ಅನುದಿನ ಅನುಕ್ಷಣ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಹೊಸ ಹಾದಿಯಲಿ ಜೊತೆಗೂಡಿ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಹಾಕೋಣ ಸಂತಸದಿ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ.
Yes sir. Yes teacher. Present ma'am.
Hello children, how are you all? I hope you are all doing good and safe. Yes, that's good. Come on, I welcome you all for 7th standard English second language poem 2, The Gymnastic Clock. Are you all ready for that? Good. I hope you are all ready with your textbook, notebook, pen and pencil because you have to take down some important points in it. Are you all ready with that? Good children, that's the spirit. Come on. Today, let us learn new poem, The Gymnastic Clock. Okay. See here, very nice clock. Are you all seeing the picture? Good children. I have some doubts. You have to clarify that doubts. Are you ready? Yes. My first doubt is, what should we do to be healthy? Come on, tell me. What should we do to be healthy? ನಾವು ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಾಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Yes, you are all correct. We should eat nutritious food. Of course, we should eat nutritious food. But I am not satisfied with that. Answer is not completed. I have one more doubt. Yes, children, you are all correct. Eat nutritious food. See the picture? Yes, but I am not satisfied because this answer is half correct. I need some more clarification. So, I will ask one more doubt with you. Is eating good food sufficient to be healthy? ಬರೀ ನಾವು ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷಿಯಸ್ ಫುಡ್ ತಿಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಾಗಿರ್ತೀವಾ? ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ, ಈಸ್ ಈಟಿಂಗ್ ಗುಡ್ ಫುಡ್ ಸಫಿಷಿಯೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಹೆಲ್ದಿ? ನೀವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಐ ನೋ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಎಸ್, ಯುವರ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ನೋ, ಈಟಿಂಗ್ ಫುಡ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸಫಿಷಿಯೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಹೆಲ್ದಿ. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು exercise and healthy lifestyle is also important to be healthy. You are correct. We have to take the nutritious food and also along with that we should do exercise and we have to change our lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle is also important to be healthy. Perfect children. Yes, very good. Now I accept your answers. I know you came to know this before. In the first lesson only you came to know this. Am I right? You all learnt about the healthy food. That's why you are all able to answer to my questions. Good children. See some of the exercise postures. We can see the picture doing the exercise. Some of the exercise postures. Repeatedly I am telling exercise, exercise. What is meant by exercise? Yes. Engage in physical activity to sustain or improve health and fitness. I repeat, engage in physical activity to sustain. ನಾವು ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಾಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೈಹಿಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. To improve our health and fitness, we should be fit. That is our healthy life. That means engage in physical activity to sustain or improve health and fitness is called exercise. All of you repeat this, exercise. Can we spell that word? E-X-E-R-C-I-S-E. Yes, exercise. Please note down this first. Yes, see that? Jogging, doing the exercise. See, In mass also we can do the exercise. Bending our head. Walking is also a good exercise. Even playing is also good exercise for children, for all. Come on, let us know the next word. Gymnastics. 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 See the picture? You might have seen this in the TV relay shows, isn't it? Good. What is meant by gymnastics? Exercises developing or displaying physical ability and coordination. With the coordination of the music, we can do exercise. That is also called gymnastics. Exercise developing. We will do exercise or displaying physical ability. See, like this, they learnt it. They practiced it. They are showing their physical ability. See some more pictures. This is, yes, this is gym. Here we can go for exercise. And some of the postures of the exercise. See, some are bending the legs, hands, like this. See, all are good postures, right? Yes. So, gymnastics means exercises developing or displaying physical ability and coordination is called gymnastics. Good children. I hope you are all copying this. Good. Let us move to the next word. What is this? T-I-R-E-D? Tired. You are good. You are telling correctly. That is correct, children. What is meant by tired? What is meant by tired? Let us see. In need of sleep or rest. That means if anyone do the work continuously, they will get tired. Then they feel like to sleep or rest. ಸುಸ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರೋದು. ಟಯರ್ಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾಕಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರೋದು. ಹೋಗು, ಬೆಳಗಿಂದ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಾಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ವರ್ಕ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೂ ಟಯರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಸ್. ಸಿ ದ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ವಾಟ್ ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್? ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟಯರ್ಡ್, ಸ್ಲೀಪಿ. ಸಿ, in need of sleep. If we get tired, we may take rest or we may go for sleep. See here also, I am tired, I need rest. He is telling, I am tired, nange saakagogide, sustagbitidini. I need some rest, relaxation. That is called tired. I hope you understood this word. Good. Shall we move to another one? B-O-A-S-T. Boast. Boasting. What is meant by boast? Talk with excessive pride. Talk with excessive pride and self-satisfaction about one's achievements, possessions or abilities. Talking with excessive pride. ತುಂಬ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ತುಂಬ ತನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಾನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಬೋಸ್ಟ್. ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್, ತುಂಬ ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಹೊಂದಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿರೋದು. ಅಂದರೆ ನನ್ನ ಅಚೀವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಹೊಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರೋದು, ನಾನು ತುಂಬ ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಬೋಸ್ಟ್. B-O-A-S-T, boast. See here, he is sitting with maybe his friend. What he is telling? I am very rich, I am too rich, I am very rich. ಅವನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. That one must not do that. Boast means talk with excessive pride and self-satisfaction about one's achievements, possessions or abilities. Good. Now, let us know something about the poet now. Who is the poet? Yes, Mary Caroline Davies, M.C. Davies. The gymnastic clock poet name Mary Caroline Davies. What is her profession? She is 19th century poet. We can say poetess. 19th century poet. What is her background? M.C. Davies was born in Sprague, Washington in early 1890s. She attended University of California, Berkeley for 1 year where she won numerous awards, n number of awards she won. Other works, what she did? The Drums on Our Street, a book of war poems in 1918, Youth Riding in 1919, and The Skyline Trial in 1924. This is about something about M.C. Davis, who is the poet of The Gymnastic Clock. Here in your textbook, they have given the signature of the poet M.C. Davis because her photo is not available. That's why they have given the signature here, M.C. Caroline Davis signature. See here, Mary Caroline Davis. Yes. Now we can go to the main part of the poem. All of you open page number 17. See here, beautiful clock having 2 hands and legs, the gymnastic clock. First, I will recite the poem, listen to it. Afterwards, you can follow that. Are you ready, children? Come on. We will go to the poem now. The gymnastic clock. We can see a beautiful picture of clock having hands and legs. Okay. Now, I will recite the poem. You all listen carefully. You can also follow that later. The little clock is friends with me. It talks as plain can be, and says each morning as it rises, now don't forget your exercises. Both hands above your head, you know, then lower them very slowly so. Oh, don't get tired and stop that way. I exercise like this all day. The little clock is friends with me. It talks as plain can be, and says each morning as it rises, now don't forget your exercises. Both hands above your head, you know, then lower them very slowly so. Oh, don't get tired and stop that way. I exercise like this all day. Right in its face then I say po. I wouldn't boast of it like you, but I can swing my arms round too. And so the clock then looks at me, and I look back and I and he. Each single morning when we rise, just exercise and exercise, just exercise and exercise. Right in its face then I say po. I wouldn't boast of it like you, but I can swing my arms round too. And so the clock then looks at me, and I look back and I and he. Each single morning when we rise, just exercise and exercise, just exercise and exercise. I hope you have all enjoyed the poem. Yes, come on. Now let's go to the summary of the poem. Are you all ready? Listen carefully. I will ask the questions later to recall the summary. Okay? Yes. Come on. See here, there are 2 characters in the poem. One is the poet, another one is the clock, the gymnastic clock. See, the poet is telling here, she is friend of the clock. Clock is her very close friend. Every day, it talks with her very friendly. In a very simple way, every morning, the clock asks the poet not to forget to exercise. Don't miss the exercise. ನೀನು ಏನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ. ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಎದ್ದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡು ಅಂತ ಕ್ಲಾಕು ಪೊಯೆಟ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಯಿತು? ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚಿಂಗ್ ಬೋತ್ ದ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಓವರ್ ದ ಹೆಡ್ and bringing them slowly down without stopping, like how the clock always works. The clock is telling, see, you have to stretch your hands like me, above, over the head, and then bringing them slowly down without stopping. Like me, see how I am doing the exercise without stopping. The clock stops the work No, it do not stop. Always being working. Isn't it? Like that, it is asking the poet to do the exercise like it. Yes. After that, what happens? The poet gets angry. Obviously. If someone says us, ನೀನು ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ನೀನು ಮಾಡು ಅಂದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಕೋಪ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. The poet gets angry and she says to the clock that I wouldn't boast of it like you. How you are boasting yourself, I won't do like that. Even if I can swing my arms around. See, the clock will do like this only, upwards and downwards. But we, that means poet is telling, I can swing my arms around like this. Even if I can swing my arms, I'm not boasting about me. Then, which you cannot do. ನೀನು ರೌಂಡಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. I can do that. Even if so, I am not boasting about me. No, the poet is telling to the clock. Then the clock also get angry with the poet. Adunu ಕೋಪ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು. The clock is looking angry to the poet, and also poet is looking to the clock very angrily. In this manner, the poet and the clock exercised every day. ಹೀಗೆ ಅವರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು? ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ they do exercise. ಇಬ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದ್ರು, they do the exercise. It is so funny, right? Yes, children. See, in this manner, the poet and the clock exercised every day. Every day it goes on like that. See, they are doing the exercise like this. You can see the exercise postures here. Yes, I hope you have all understand the summary. See here, some funny things are there. You can observe that. There is a question for you. Have you seen anywhere clock talking? No, not at all. ಮಾತಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಗಡಿಯಾರ? Never. But here, the poet is telling, clock is talking with me. It is very friend with me. It is raising its hands. It is doing the exercise. ಏನು ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. In this manner, the poet and the clock exercised every day. Good. Now, let us go to the question answers. I want to know whether you have understood the summary or not. I will go through with the question answers. Now, first question is, who wrote the poem The Gymnastic Clock? Who wrote the poem? Yes, it is very easy answer. You are right. M.C. Davies wrote the poem The Gymnastic Clock. Good. Note down this. I hope you are all copying these question answers. Good. Let's move to the next one. Name two characters in the poem. In the beginning itself, we spoke about that. Isn't it? Good. The clock and the poet are the two characters in the poem. ಹೌದು, ಎರಡು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವುದು? ಜಿಮ್ನಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ ಒಂದು ಮತ್ತು ಕವಿ ಒಂದು, ಪೊಯೆಟ್ ಒಂದು. ಗುಡ್. ಲೆಟ್ us move to the next question. What does the clock tell the poet each morning? Each morning it used to tell something to the poet. What is that? What does the clock tell the poet each morning? Yes, the clock tells the poet not to forget her exercise each morning. ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಅದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಜ್ಞಾಪಿಸ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. It was reminding the poet to do the exercise without fail. Good. Next one. Does the clock stop its exercise anytime? ಹೌದಾ? ಯಾವತ್ತಾದರೂ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್? If it stops its exercise, what will happen? We are all depending on the time only. What time should we get up? What time should we have breakfast? What time we should go to school? What time the bell rings? What time we have lunch? We are all depending on the clock only. If at all it stops means nothing will happen. Nothing we can do. If at all the clock stops its work or exercise, we cannot do anything. Does the clock stop its exercise anytime? The clock never stops its exercise. Yes, your answer is correct. What is the next one? What similarity do you find in the poet and the clock? Here, poet and the clock are doing something. What is the similarity in that? I repeat the question. What similarity do you find in the poet and the clock? Yes, your answer is correct. Both when they rise each single morning, they just exercise and exercise. ಹೌದು, ಅವರಿಬ್ಬರು ಮಾತಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Good. Here is a funny thing, children. Have you seen anywhere clock talking? No. Non-living things cannot talk. Non-living things cannot move like human beings, isn't it? Why the poet is telling like this? ಏನಂತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನ? What we say to that? That is called personification. What is meant by personification? ಏನು personification ಅಂದರೆ? ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ. When you make a thing, an idea or an animal do something that only human beings can do. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ, ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ನಾನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದು ಐಡಿಯಾಗಾಗ್ಬೋದು, ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಪರ್ಸಾನಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗಿವ್ human touch to the non-living things or an objects or any idea, that is called personification. For example, wind yells while blowing. Yells ಅಂದರೆ ಕೂಗುದು ಜೋರಾಗಿ. Wind yells while blowing. This is an example of personification because wind cannot yell. Only human beings can yell. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? Only human beings can yell. Wind cannot yell. We cannot hear, we can hear, but we are telling that wind yells. Let us watch a video on wind yells. Wind yells while blowing. Yes, you can hear the wind blowing sound. ಗಾಳಿ ಬೀಸುವ ಶಬ್ದವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. We say that wind yells while blowing. Yes. Like that, one more example is there. We can say lightning dances across the sky. This is also an example for personification. Lightning dances across the sky. ನೋಡಿ, ಆಕಾಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಂಚು ನಾಟ್ಯವಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. You can see the lightning dancing. we can see the lightning is dancing across the sky. I hope you are enjoying the video. Yes. One more example. Let us move to the next example. Rita heard the last piece of pea calling her name. Rita is telling that the last piece of pea is calling my name. See here. ಕೊನೆಯ ತುತ್ತು ನನಗೋಸ್ಕರ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕರೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಎಸ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಆಹಾರ ಮಾತಾಡುತ್ತಾ? Have you seen that? Now, this is also called personification. Now, I am going to show you some workouts for kids. See here, walk on the spot. ನಿಂತ ಕಡೆನೇ ನೀವು ನಡೆಯೋದು. Turn around, ತಿರುಗೋದು. Touch your toes. Stretch your arms. Tap your legs. Tap your fist. Thumbs to the left, thumbs to the right. Roll your arms. You can do all this. One more interesting. See, from the beginning, we are talking about the exercises. There are many types of exercises. You might have heard about yoga. And your PE teacher will take you to the ground when you have PT time. These are all yoga postures. See here, all children are doing the exercise in their school grounds. Now, the time for homework. I'll give you a beautiful and simple homework for you. I hope you can all do that homework and show to your teacher. Here, what you have to do? Pick out rhyming words from the poem and list them. Pick out the rhyming words from the poem and you make a list of them. Here, one is done for you. Me, be. Those are rhyming words, you know. In the last classes, we have learnt about the rhyming words. Raises, no, you, way. You have to search the rhyming words for all these words in the poem. Will you do that? Good. Yes, children, I hope you have all enjoyed the class today. Thank you, children. I am Lakshmi K. Shastri, Assistant Mistress, GHPS Chandrapa Circle, Bangalore Urban District. Thank you.